Ciao a tutti and welcome to Venice Talks, a podcast series about Venice in Italy. My name is Monica Cesarato and I am a Venetian food and travel blogger. I'm going to put my insider knowledge at your disposal to help you discover Venice at 360 degrees. Each week, I will be chatting to the people who really matter, the Venetian. So follow me on the discovery of its artisans, writers, fashion designers, artists, glassmakers, bloggers, and much, much more. Come to visit Venice the right and sustainable way. You can find me on my blog www.monicacesarato.com and also on all social media. Enjoy the episode. Welcome to Venice Talks, episode number 4. Welcome back to Venice Talks, and here we are talking today to Bianca Grisolia, the Venice Cocktail Week. She is the PR and communication manager. Hi Bianca, how are you?
Hi, Monica. Hi. I'm very good. Thank you.
Okay, so let's start to explain first of all, what is the Venice Cocktail Week?
That is Cocktail Week. Okay, I want to start saying that we didn't invent anything because the format Cocktail Week is a format that already existed before we started to with the first one in Florence in 2016. So it was
Mm-hmm.
already we took like an inspiration from a cocktail week that was started in London.
Okay.
So we didn't invent the format Cocktail Week. We just brought it to Italy
Mm-hmm.
with the first cocktail week in Italy in Florence, and then we just exported again in Venice, where we were more than welcome in in your beautiful city to just bring our format there. So, what is a cocktail week? Cocktail week is a mixology event. So we're talking about cocktails, we're talking about bars, and
Mm-hmm.
it's
Alcohol,
spread around
loads of alcohol.
a lot of alcohol, but responsible. That like we always try to put an emphasis in these words because it's
Well, okay, listen, it's very easy to do responsible in Venice because we don't drive. So,
but you drink a lot.
yeah, of course, yeah, responsibly.
Yes. So it's a format that an event that includes the entire city. So usually the cocktail week is not in just one spot in a city, but is around the city, spread in all the bar that participates with
Mhm,
events in each bar, in each venue, and daily events, night event. Every bar organize their own guest shift, their own masterclass to explain their concept, but also to bring other bartenders in the city.
mhm.
And every bar as well creates a special cocktail list just for the week of the event.
Mm.
So this is just in few words is like a cocktail. What is a cocktail week?
I know, but we'll go into that now for this. Well, first of all, I would like to talk about Paola Mencarelli. She is the founder, right?
Yes.
And she's an amazing person. I adore her. She's so nice. And she had this great idea to move it from Florence to Venice. Why? Do you know?
Okay, so that's an interesting story. We were not thinking of doing a cocktail week in Venice, to be
Mhm,
honest. We were just at our fifth, 6 years in Florence,
mhm,
and we were doing our cocktail week. The cocktail week in Florence is already established. It's been many 6 7 years now that we're doing there.
mhm,
And we received a call. Paola received a call from Aman Venice, from the PR of Aman Venice,
mhm.
saying, asking, why, Paula, like you're doing in Florence is going very well. Why don't you bring the format in Venice and you do it
Uh-huh.
here? So everything
Okay.
started by a very quick and simple call.
Uh-huh.
And the first reaction was like, oh my God, no, we don't know Venice. We don't know anyone there. How can we do that? And then Paola, that has a lot of energy and a
Mhm.
lot of passion for this, is just like prepared the suitcase, went to Venice just to explore and just to get to know the bartenders. And at the end, she's still there. She moved actually
I
herself
know, I know. She
to
literally fell
Venice.
in love with the
Yeah.
city. She came and never left, actually. We can't kick her off. We can't kick her out. Now, this is a bit, I didn't know it was with a man. I mean, I knew that there was some kind of connection, but I didn't realize it was we actually a man hotel that actually were the first one to propose this thing. Great idea, by the way. I really had a great time last year. What is the main difference though between the that you found organizing it between Florence and Venice?
There is a huge difference between the two cities because it's more about the tradition of mixology, the way of working, and also the approach to
Hmm.
mixology. So as I say, the format is the same. We brought the same format, but of course we have to adapt to the city because every city has its own needs. Florence, when we started many years ago, it was at the beginning of everything. It was the first year also that we were around the world starting talking about mixology and not just
Hmm.
cocktails or drinks and not just
Hmm.
like bars. And we saw an evolution there.
Oh,
But this is a
absolutely.
city that is more it has already cocktail bars.
Mm.
Has a lot of cocktail bars. In Florence, we have more cocktail bars than bar d'hotel. So usually
Oh,
people go out there to.
okay.
It's very it's very now it's more common to go to a bar d'hotel,
Uh-huh.
um, but there's if you see the numbers, there's many cocktail bars around Florence. Um,
Okay.
in Venice is the opposite. So
Mm.
we
I
found very
know.
interesting, and this was a challenge for us at the beginning because there's few cocktail bars, like real cocktail bars. You have a huge tradition of um,
Well, well,
Bacaro.
we have a
Yes.
bakery. I just wrote a book about that. So yes,
Yeah. So
we
you
got
know
this.
more than me
Yeah,
for sure.
absolutely. Yeah, we got this tradition. For us, is drinking a glass of wine, maybe a spritz, but cocktail is growing on us, I think.
It's growing now. I'm very happy about that. So yeah, no, this was the first challenge for sure because it's another concept. Bar d'hotel, bar d'hotel were usually Venetian. You can correct me because for sure you know more than me, but usually Venetian people from Venice don't go to the bar
Oh,
hotels.
no, you're absolutely right, because there is this kind of feeling that it's an hotel. It's only for the hotel people, for the hotel guests. Why would I go to an hotel bar? I mean, it is
Yeah,
thanks to you as well that many of us realize now that, hang on, yes, I can just walk in and go for a drink if I want to.
there's nothing wrong, right?
Yeah. Well, it's the same with the toilets. Sorry, it's completely different. But the majority of people don't realize that you can go inside an hotel and just use their toilets.
Yeah, right.
Americans do it all the time. We
Yes.
don't.
Yes, I
You
don't know. We're
actually
kind
can.
of scared,
So it's the
right?
same kind of idea. For us, an hotel is a closed space that is
Yeah.
dedicated to the people that stay in the hotel, unless you go there for an event. So yeah, I get it. You're totally right in that sense.
Yes, it's a kind of a scary place, like
Hmm. Well, as be like a circle, like a club, private club or
yes,
something like that.
yes. So we're trying to disrupt this concept and actually show that doesn't nothing happen to you if you enter to an hotel
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
just ask where the bar is. Where is the bar? Where can I have a drink? There's
Hmm.
nothing wrong with that.
And, and
So
and it was very interesting for me to do this with you last year,
mhm.
because I mean, I knew many bartenders around because you get to see them to other events and stuff, but to see them work in their own, in their own home, it was very interesting. I made loads of friends actually, so it was. I have to thank you for that.
Oh, you're
Now,
welcome. I'm very
yeah,
happy
now
hearing
my liver is not thanking you, but.
that.
Not much. Okay, so that was very good. So from last year to this year, first you changed the dates,
Hmm.
so you anticipated it.
Yes.
Okay, so
Actually, there was a change last year because the first idea was to do it around around
same period.
March and April, so
Ah,
around
okay.
the same time. Then, because like we all know what happened in the past
Mm-hmm.
years with all the pandemic and everything, of course we couldn't do it, so we had to move it to postpone it, and we tried to the Christmas season, so just a
Mm-hmm.
week before Christmas, because we thought about like the magic of Venice, of course.
Yeah, of
Venice is
course.
beautiful, or like always the entire year,
Yeah,
but
it was beautiful until on the first day there was a major fog and all the evaporator weren't working.
Yes.
That was a bit
Yeah.
because I had, last year you had, what was it, 23, 26 bars, I think, or something like that.
In Venice,
Yeah,
yes, it was
yeah.
like
Well,
this year we actually include a few more,
yeah,
so we are at 32 for
yeah.
this year.
So last year, because you have so many, my plan was to do all of them. So I had a clear schedule for every day. And of course,
Mhm.
on the first day with a big fog, it totally screwed up my my plans. So I had to triple the number of places I was going per day. And that wasn't easy. So you actually gone to 32 this year. You want to kill me or something?
Yeah, yes, there's more like more things to do, more cocktails to try, and more
Oh
events
my
to
God.
attend.
Oh yeah. So this year you decided to do it just after the Venice Glass Week. So it's gonna be at the end of September.
Yes.
Which dates?
This year is going to be from the last week of September, so from Monday 26th of September until Sunday the 2nd of October.
Fantastic.
We just decided to anticipate to a warmer season.
Mm-hmm.
The idea is also that it is going to be warmer than December, of course. It's not
Yes.
that hot like in
Summer.
summer. That you know
Mm-hmm.
better than me in Venice can get very very hot and
Yeah, and
humid,
it's not easy to drink
and
cocktails.
it's
I mean, you
not
can have one
easy.
or two, but it's
Yes, but in this week also still some rooftops, some outdoor spaces they're gonna be open.
Mm-hmm.
So we really hope to see a very alive Venice and very
Uh-huh.
involved also citizens around to just go out and discover. That's actually the very spirit, like the real spirit of the cocktail week, to bring the
Mm-hmm.
people to discover the city.
So how does it work logistically for the bar? So what do each bar have to do?
Mainly the first thing the bar prepare a
Mm-hmm.
cocktail list of four cocktails just for the event.
Mm-hmm.
And this year in the cocktail list we have the signature cocktail that is always like the same. We always have a signature cocktail, so
Mm-hmm.
a drink that represents the bar the best. Then we have a cocktail that we call Riesca Italiano. We created this category to give space to the small brands made in Italy.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a
Mm-hmm.
cocktail made just with a small production, just made in Italy product. Then we have Aperitivo di Mezzogiorno, is a third cocktail.
Okay.
Uh, is a category that we put this year because we realized that Venice has a different also timing, drinking timing
Oh, yes.
respect to other cities.
Yeah.
So there's nothing going on like very late at night,
Yep.
but you start very early, no?
Absolutely.
So we like hope that with this cocktail also we give the chance to the people to try to see Venice from a different point of view.
Mm-hmm.
And then the fourth one and last one is the Leon d'Oro. So it's a drink
Okay.
inspired to the cinema. Like, Venice is the capital of cinema we're seeing these days.
Uh-huh.
So this cocktail we'll see the creativity of the bartenders and how they get inspired by the movies, by the cinema, by the history of the cinema.
This is new as well, this category, right?
Yes, those the last two, Aperitivo di Mezzogiorno and Leon d'Oro, they are new for this year.
Nice.
Yes.
I like. Oh, this is so interesting because I gonna no because I like when things change. I mean, I really loved the last year the hot cocktail you had, the
Mm-hmm,
winter cocktail. Of all the categories, I got to say was my favorite.
mm-hmm.
Absolutely. I'm not gonna tell you which one because it's not fair for the others. Which one was my favorite? But I
Okay.
had some, but it's not fair on the other people. So let's
Yes,
not
of
talk
course.
about particular bars and cocktail bars and so on. But
Mm-hmm,
over categories, I find it was the one that suited me the best because obviously it was winter and I particularly liked it. But I really like this Leon d'Oro. I'm very intrigued by this. That would be very interesting. I assume it gives a lot of
mm-hmm.
what do you call it?
We'll see some creativity there.
Yeah, exactly.
Some,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. Free hands to the barman. So you got to 30. Apart from then they got these cocktails. Then what happens as well during the cocktail week? You got also some classes, don't you?
Yes, so the together bars and the brand sponsor they also organize a calendar of events during the week. So we have daily events. It could be workshop, masterclass, presentation of new product, presentation of new brands. We also had some presentation of books related to the subject.
Mm-hmm.
And this is happening during the day in the different venues. And at
Mm-hmm.
night we have events, team events, guest bartendings, so with the bartenders coming from outside, international or from other city of Italy, and
Mm-hmm.
working together with the bartender of the venue. So that's an interesting concept also there. There was, I have to say, it was another challenge in Venice because bartenders in Venice were not used to have guests,
No.
bartenders coming and working with them behind their bar, in their in their bar.
All right. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, they are very, you know, jealous of a little space, I assume, right?
Yes, there was a
Mm.
little bit skeptical last year, but I have to say we after the first edition of Venice Cocktail Week, we saw an evolution in that as well, and actually they're starting to do some guests even outside of the cocktail week. So
Okay.
we're very happy about that.
Now, let's talk a bit about instead the materials. I mean, as in the alcohol.
Mm-hmm,
As you said before, is mainly from Italy.
mm-hmm,
Yes, I really liked last year because you introduced quite a lot of by local. I mean, like Veneto.
mm-hmm.
Oh gosh, liquors.
Yes.
Okay, that was very, very interesting. Is it gonna be the same this year?
Yes, this year we have actually many brands that are supporting us. So, and this is one of the reason also why we are able to do a big event, and we are able to care of every detail actually because we have lots of brands that are supporting us behind. We wouldn't
Mhm.
be able otherwise. And so yes, we in the list of sponsors you can find big names, but also, as you said, small production and local production. And we are very, very happy to have this kind of variety also to give space also to small production. For us, it's very important.
Yeah, and I saw personally, I saw a rise of gin.
Hmm.
There's gin everywhere. Before, I
Gin
mean, 10
everywhere.
years ago,
Yes.
it was gin and tonic. It was the known brands, and it was a gin and tonic. Now in Venice, there is a literally gin evolution. I mean, everybody's making gin cocktails with different kind of infusion, with different kind of mixing things. I mean, I'm not a lover of gin, but in that context like that, I do like it, and I notice there's loads of Venetian brands.
Yes, it's true. Like we have many, let's say the gin in the past few years actually became like a massive thing
Mm,
in the industry. So there's a lot of experimentation. There's a lot of like trying, experimenting with new ingredients,
mm-hmm,
new infusions. So yes, gin evolve a lot, and there's many brands that are sponsoring the event that are gin brand.
mm-hmm,
There are few that are locals, but each of them has a particularity. So it will be
mm.
interesting also to maybe you will tell us because you will be with us in Venice, so you will come around with us to try the different cocktail
Oh, definitely
and
will.
then
But
tell us the
this time I'm gonna
differences.
be, yeah, I'm gonna have to drink a bit less this year, though, because I'm actually on crutches at the moment. So it's gonna be hard going from one place to another. But I'll make it. Don't worry, don't worry. I'll find a way. Actually, probably drinking will numb the pain. Listen,
Okay,
what
that's
I
a good
wanted to know
experience.
is I know Paula's moved here and I know that she was very happy, but you had the opportunity by organizing 2 years in a row the event with her
Mhm.
to come to Venice quite often and to stay here for a while. You're not actually living here, but you get to spend a lot of time. What's your view as as a foreigner?
Mhm.
Because that's what how we call Venetian call foresti, foreigners,
Correct. Yes.
anybody that doesn't live in Venice. Um, as a city, as a city to live in, not just to visit it, but you actually, you get to spend like 2, 3 weeks at a
Mhm.
time, or even longer, I assume, when you come for things. How hard or how is it Venice for you?
I fall in love with Venice, to say really, thanks to the event having to come there for work because I knew the city. I've been to Venice many times in the past year, many times, but I've always been shortly and just like as usually people go to Venice, not just to go around and see just the touristic stuff. So I have to say I didn't know the
Mm.
real Venice until I came there for
Mm-hmm.
the first time last year to organize the cocktail week, and I fell in love. Probably it was also like thanks to the fact that the city was still empty. That was one
Mm.
of the perks, one of the good stuff.
Yeah, did you already see the difference between last year and this year?
Oh
Have you
yes,
already noticed it? Yeah,
it's already like a difference, of course, for sure. But
massive.
yes, no, I fall in love with the city. I rediscover a different way. Even like the logistic of moving around the city that is tricky, it's challenging, but it's longer also than moving around other cities. So you get a chance also to relax. And sometimes it's not that easy and just like breathe and see like look around. That's actually great. And no, Venice is his own particularity. As you say, like is a bit of a bubble, no?
Mm. Yeah, well, it is. It is.
You are in a bubble, and everything that happens outside stays outside of Venice, and
Yeah, and what
the
happens in
other way
Venice stays in
around.
Venice.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's true. That's true. No,
yeah.
no. Actually, I think it is one of the maybe the problem of Venice. When people move in Venice, they
Mhm.
find it really hard to go away from it, as in like day trips and stuff like that, unless you move out for work. But if you actually live and work in Venice, that's it. You don't want to go out anymore of it. I see it's happened so many times to people that have no, foreign people, Italian people that move to Venice, and all of a sudden they just don't want to go outside of
I
a
think
city
it's very
anymore.
easy. Like we're used to be in other cities that are very frenetic and it's always like a rush and running around, no? So I think it's very easy when you go to Venice and you just like get adapted to this more relaxed way of moving
Mm,
around because of course like there's no cars, there's no bicycles, so or you walk or you take a boat. So it's different timing. Uh,
yeah.
I think it's then difficult to go back, no? Running around always in a rush.
Yeah.
So
Uh, how hard was it for you guys to organize things with the Venetians? Because, I know them and I know that things are not easy to do.
yeah, okay, I have to say we've been lucky in that sense because we got welcomed by first from by a man that invited us, so we had a channel to enter also and to get in contact.
Hmm.
We probably if we were arriving just to Venice, just being okay, hi, we want to do a cocktail week. We don't know anyone, but we're gonna do a great event. Just listen to us. Probably we wouldn't have done it. So
Hmm.
probably Venice Cocktail Week wouldn't exist.
No, I know
Um,
because I organize event and I know how hard it is. So,
it's
and
very
I'm
hard.
from here,
Yeah,
so
it's very hard. But yeah, we had like a man, and then we just had other friends of the cocktail week that introduced us and helped us to ease this process. No, so we've been very, very lucky.
you got the support of the city as well.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's a huge help.
I
The
know, don't
support
tell
of the
me.
city by Simone Venturini that
Yeah,
is the assessore al turismo e allo sviluppo di Venezia e Vela, the association that
yeah.
is supporting us a lot. That I have to say we it's something that we didn't see, for example, in other cities that we've been also as guests
Hmm.
and surprised us a lot. We didn't expect that.
Oh, no, that's good. No, because
So,
I know
yeah.
I've organized and sometimes I know how hard it is in Venice to get, mainly to get things to people to work together. That's the main thing that I find it very hard here in the cities to get people to work together. So just knowing
Yeah.
that you managed to organize it and you managed to organize it in a very short time, because, I don't think you have been planned that for years.
No,
You
no, no.
actually did that very quickly.
Yes,
I
I think
was very
actually,
impressed.
I think that Paula moved to Venice, if I'm not mistaken, in March or April around that time. So yes, it was
Wow.
pretty quick.
Yeah. No, also, and pretty quick, but also, okay, you had the format in Florence. I get that, once you have a format, you kind of know how things go, but you managed to organize it I got to say, it was extremely well organized, really,
Oh, thank
really well organized. I mean, I usually am the one that always look for faults in events, because I think, oh, I could do this better. Oh, they could have done that better,
you.
I just couldn't find anything wrong with it. I just went
Oh,
with it. No,
thank you.
honestly, it was really, really well organized. And I think, yeah, maybe the timing wasn't wasn't right as in December, because we know, but as a first edition, maybe it was better that way, because you got to test the
Definitely,
ground.
yes, you're
Yeah,
absolutely right. Like it
yeah,
was the we've been lucky, I have to say, I have to recognize that in every sense, like to find the right people, to find a great welcoming from the city, and also as you were saying with the timing, because coming out of the horrible past 2 years
mm,
that we've been through, and the city was not that full, not that full of people, not
yeah,
that chaotic.
yeah.
So we actually had the time and the people ready to listen to us,
Yeah, 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 yeah. And it was it
and the
came
other
out
way
great.
around.
And I think the best part for me was the master classes that you offered. It was a great opportunity. I found, first of all, the brands and the ambassadors and the people that were talking during the classes, the masters and so on. They were amazing. I learned a lot. They were very well organized. Um, I
Mhm.
just hope that more people are gonna take part, because I think only trouble because it was December, there weren't that many people, but then again that was good because we weren't too many, so it was
Yeah.
a bit more intimate for us. But for you, I understand that you obviously you won the numbers, because it's only fair, you need to
Yes,
promote the
no, we
event.
always, we would
But they were amazing. I thought they were very well run, very interesting. And oh my gosh, did I get to drink?
like.
Such a
How
good-
many cocktails did you try last year? Do you remember?
Okay, so the idea was when we came to the press conference, and I had no clue what it was all about. So I was very impressed with the press conference, because I got to say, I need to tell Paola this. I never been to a press conference where they fed me so much food. Okay. That didn't feel like a press conference. That really felt like a party. But apart from that,
Yeah, we did a
when,
different press conference last
yeah, it was
year.
weird. When actually I got the card and I saw how many places there were, I decided, hold on, just need to drink some water. Sorry.
Yeah, don't worry.
I decided that I was going to run a cocktail marathon.
Hmm.
So I called Romena Brugnerotto, Rome in Venice, and I said, look,
Hmm.
Romena, we got to do this. And we kind of managed to do it. I told you, the first day, screw me with bloody fog, because obviously the 4 cocktail bars we supposed to have gone, we couldn't go to.
Hmm.
So at the end, I think we managed to do 17 bars. And in each bar, I think we managed to do 3, 4 drinks.
Okay, so
You
you
work it
did
out.
a good
Oh,
blend.
wait. That doesn't count. Oh, that doesn't take into account of the classes, the master classes we took.
Uh-huh.
So let's say every night I was going home a little bit tipsy. Just a little. Now this year I'm gonna drink responsibly. So
Always
yes,
responsibly, yes.
so you go
Always.
30. So I still plan to do the marathon of 30, but
32.
maybe not
This
4
year,
per
yes,
bar.
32.
But then you know what the problem was? That we're supposed to have gone and tried only one each, right?
Hmm.
That was the deal. But then when we got there and I got to chat to the barman and they were all very friendly, they used to go like, oh, come on, you got to try the others. So at the end, they were presenting 4 cocktails. Are you going to say no? You're not,
Of
are you?
course.
And we were taking photos as well. So, we were.
Okay, so you had a good excuse. Yes. No,
Yeah, that's
I'm
a good
glad that you had
excuse.
the chance
Yeah.
to try many, because that's the
No,
point.
but it was actually very interesting because I tend to be more than a wine person. I'm a cocktail person, as in I enjoy my little umbrella
Hmm.
on my cocktail. Okay. I know what cocktails I like. So it was very interesting to try different things. And I just love the barman. They were so hype, so happy to do something like that, to show off a little bit.
Hmm.
And you know what? The most interesting thing I found out, how they all know each other and what a close community they are.
That's like something that surprised us also, because it arrived also during the cocktail week. Um for us is a great, like great, we reached like a good milestone, when we saw
Mm-hmm.
that actually bartenders started to talk and to get to know each other. Even the one that never met, they started to meet up and exchange also uh, working tips and meet outside of the work as well.
Mm-hmm.
So this community is what makes the difference.
Yeah, I enjoyed that. It was very nice, going to a bar and mentioning I've been to another place before, or I was going to one after, and they only had to say good thing about each other's. That
Mhm.
was so nice. I find it refreshing because Venice sometimes can be a bit not like so. So it was nice, very nice. So anyway, what can I say? So let's repeat the dates so people are definitely know when they got to come and how they can obtain the informations and what they got to do when they come to Venice if they want to go for a cocktail and stuff.
Of course. So the Venice Cocktail Week 2022 is going to be the last week of September, from Monday 26th of September until Sunday the 2nd of October. Uh, you can find all the information about the events, about the bars, about the participants, about the calendar, everything on the website venicecocktailweek.it, and on our social media also. We will communicate on a daily basis all the things that are happening around the city. So please, everyone, come to the city and go around and discover the city through the cocktail bars and the cocktails.
And all they got to do is walk into one of the bar in the list and just let themselves, try out what the barman proposed, like over 4 different categories,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Okay, great.
And give us feedback. We are open also to have feedback about the cocktails and what's
Of course.
going
And
on.
they need to tag you and post loads of pictures and do Instagram and Facebook and Twitter
Of
and
course.
do all of
No,
that, right? Good.
so, yes.
Bianca, it was a pleasure talking to you. Obviously, I'm going to be seeing you soon because I
Likewise.
assume you're going to have a press conference like last year, I hope. And to be
This year,
invited.
we're not gonna do a press conference, but we're just gonna start with the events. So
Oh
we're
no!
gonna,
Oh no! What a huge disappointment! I was ready, come
but
in
there's
and
so many appointments that trust me, you're not gonna miss it. There's so
okay,
many
okay,
appointments this year,
okay,
really. Trust me.
okay.
We're gonna see many
Good.
things.
It was lovely talking to you. Say hi to
Likewise,
Paola for me, and I'll
of
see you
course.
soon at the end of the month for the Venice Cocktail Week.
See you in Venice.
Ciao, carissima.
Thank you. Ciao, Monica.
Ciao,
Ciao.
ciao. Thank you again, Bianca, for the lovely chat. You can find Venice Cocktail Week at www.venicecocktailweek.it and on all social medias at Venice Cocktail Week. Thank you again for listening. If you want to book a food tour or a cooking experience with me, you can find me on my blog www.monicacesarato.com or at cookingvenice.com and also on all social medias with the handle at Monica Cesarato and at Cooking Venice. Feel free to leave a comment or write to info@monicacesarato.com for more information about the people featured in the podcast or Venice. Bye bye!